Hey everybody, it's time to talk about the Boston Bruins. Man, being from Massachusetts and watching this team on a nightly basis, this team is really frustrating. And I feel like they've been this way for the last 3 or 4 years now. It's been a while. It's the same thing every year. They're just incredibly inconsistent. Some nights they look like they're a cup contender, and then other nights they look like a last place team, and they can't put any sort of consistency together at all. And it's so frustrating to watch and to be a fan of. It's just, man, just you never know what you're gonna get, and just this season so far, it's been the perfect example of, and this is how they've been for the last few years now. They come out on opening night and they beat the defending Western Conference champions 4-3. They looked good. They pretty handily beat Nashville for most of that game. Nashville scored a couple times in the end of the third period to make it close, but that game wasn't as close as the score said. Then their next two games, they have a home and home with Colorado, who was the worst team in the league last year, and they lose both games. And they lose handily both games. They got blown out both times. And you're just sitting there like, what? Are you kidding me? So they come back from that and they destroy Arizona 6-2. Arizona's pretty bad, and the Bruins took care of them. So then they have Vegas the next night, and they lose 3-1. And really looked bad the whole game. Then they've got a few days off, and they come back last night, and they handily beat Vancouver 6-3. So it's just up and down, up and down, up and down with this team. It's like, you watch them one night, and you're like, wow, this team could make a deep playoff run. They're firing on all cylinders. They look really good. And then a game or two later, you watch them again, and you're like, this team belongs in last place. They stink. This team's terrible. And it's just back and forth, and they cannot put any sort of consistency together. It's really annoying and frustrating. You never know what team is going to show up what night. And it's really unbelievable. And they can't stay healthy either, which is killing them. David Krejci and Adam McQuaid got hurt again last night. McQuaid's done for at least 8 weeks. That's at least what they're saying, with a broken leg. They've had major injury problems all season. Bergeron just played his first game last night. David Backes just played his first game last night. So it's really good to have those guys back. But they're just constantly dealing with injury problems, and they're constantly having trouble putting a consistent effort on the ice. Oh, Tuukka Rask too. He's out hurt. Khudobin played last night. Played very well. So they've got major injury problems across the board, and then it's just up and down, up and down, up and down. Some nights they're good, some nights they're bad. And I thought going into this year that Bruins have a strong chance to make the playoffs, especially in the division they play in. I thought they should be a playoff team, but they need to play consistently well. Some of their losses, look who they've lost to. Colorado twice, the new team Vegas, come on. It's just so frustrating as a fan to watch this team on a nightly basis. And this really isn't new. It's been like this for a while, but this year is just the first. What have they played? 7 games so far, 6 games, something like that. It's just been the epitome of it. It's perfect example, and I want them to make the playoffs and be a good team. I want them to be able to make a playoff run, but they have to learn how to bring it on a nightly basis. Last night they brought it. They gave up the first goal, and then they absolutely lit on fire. It was 4-1 before you knew it. They need to play really well against Buffalo
tomorrow, and they need to string together some more games after that. After Buffalo, they have San Jose and then LA. At home, they need to play well those games. They need to string together some good games. They can't play really well for a game or two and then stink for a game or two and then back to playing well and then stinking again. They need to figure it out and play with some consistency. And that's pretty much it. It's just really frustrating. They're up and down. Sometimes, some nights they're good, sometimes they're bad, and they can't put anything together. And if they want to be a good team, if they want to be a playoff team, they need to start putting it together. So that's about it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.